I'm 19 now, but I met Platypus 19F when we were just 14 in high school. Our lives were pretty similar. We both had parents in the military, so we moved around a lot. I only spent a year at that high school, but it was enough time to develop strong feelings for her. We quickly became inseparable best friends, and lucky for me, we lived close by. Every morning, I'd wake up early and head to her house so we could walk to the bus stop together, and after school, I'd walk her home, enjoying every minute of our time together. Those daily walks gave us a chance to talk about everything and nothing, and I loved every second of it. Our daily walks and hangouts became a routine, and we'd chat about everything under the sun, from school gossip to our favorite TV shows. We'd often meet up with our other friends, and I loved how Platypus would always make an effort to include everyone in the conversation. Sometimes we'd plan special outings, just the two of us, to the local park, food court, or movies. I always made sure to pay, feeling like the gentleman I was trying to be. We'd also occasionally venture to the Airman Center, this adult hangout spot that was always empty. But it felt like our own secret spot. Even though we were just best friends, we were each other's rock, supporting each other through relationship drama, homework struggles, and all the ups and downs of high school life. We were inseparable, and I loved it. A year after we met, my family retired and we had to move away. We said our goodbyes, promising to stay in touch, but life got busy and we lost contact. Platypus was never great at responding to texts, so it wasn't surprising that we drifted apart. But then, out of the blue, she called me one day, sharing some unexpected news. Her family was moving to the same airbase where I had spent a significant part of my life. We started talking regularly again, just like we promised, and it felt like no time had passed at all. We'd catch up on each other's lives, sharing stories and laughter. And I felt that old connection reignite. Then, after a year or so of rekindling our friendship, she dropped a bombshell. "Hey, can I ask you something? Want to be my boyfriend?" Simple words, but they left me stunned and thrilled, as I realized my feelings for her went far beyond friendship. At first, I was over the moon with excitement, as my long-held feelings for Platypus came flooding back. I knew people often doubted long-distance relationships, but I never thought I'd be in one, until suddenly I was. The first few months were incredible. We talked constantly, sharing every detail of our lives, and even sneaking in some playful flirting, though we both agreed to keep it PG, saving the rest for marriage. It felt like we were inseparable, despite the distance. But as time went on, I started to notice a change. Platypus began to pull away, saying she was getting busier and busier. At first, I tried to be understanding, thinking maybe she was just going through a tough patch. But as the weeks went by, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was losing her again, this time in a different way. I've been open with Platypus about my feelings, telling her how much I need more attention and connection from her. I even apologized for needing so much from her, feeling guilty for craving more. But the truth is, I can't keep living like this, feeling ignored and uncertain. I've come to realize that I don't think she's willing to change, and that's a hard pill to swallow. It feels like she only reached out to me when she needed a sense of familiarity and comfort after her move. Now, I feel used and unimportant. To make matters worse, she's still terrible at responding to texts and calls, leaving me in the dark most of the time. I'm at a loss for what to do next. Should I keep holding on, hoping things will improve? Or is it time to accept that this relationship isn't working for me? TLDR, I'm torn and confused about how to move forward with my long-distance relationship. My best friend, Platypus, moved away and we started dating, but now I'm feeling neglected and unsure. At first, everything was amazing, but over time, I found myself begging for attention and connection. Despite her promises to do better, nothing's changed. I'm struggling to decide whether to hold on to the relationship, hoping things will improve, or accept that it's not working for me. I'm exhausted from constantly reaching out and being left in the dark. I need guidance on how to proceed and whether it's time to reevaluate this relationship. Story 2. I was browsing through my contacts list the other day when I stumbled upon something that made my heart skip a beat. I recently discovered my girlfriend's private Twitter account, which she had never mentioned to me before. At first, I thought it was just a regular account, but as I scrolled through her tweets and profile, I realized it was set to private, I felt a mix of emotion, surprise, curiosity, and a hint of suspicion. Why did she keep this account a secret from me? As I dug deeper into her Twitter account, I noticed she had a significant number of followers, 681 to be exact, and was following 545 accounts. This seemed like a lot for a private account, and I wondered who all these people were. My mind started racing back to the beginning of our relationship, when we first started dating. She had explicitly told me she didn't have Snapchat, but lo and behold, her Snapchat account popped up in my contacts list when I added her as a contact. I remembered feeling surprised and even teased her about it, but she just brushed it off. And then there was the time she casually mentioned talking to a married man, claiming she had no idea he was taken. At the time, I thought nothing of it, but now it seemed like a red flag waving in my face. Things took a darker turn when I remembered that the married man she had talked to knew where she worked and had even visited her there. I felt a chill run down my spine thinking about it. And then there was the time I caught her flirting with another guy. It was a casual conversation, but the way she laughed and playfully touched his arm made my heart ache. I tried to brush it off as harmless, but the memory still lingered, making me feel uneasy. But what really shook me to my core was her Twitter background picture. It was a screenshot of a text message from someone, wishing her a happy birthday and telling her she deserved everything. The message itself was innocent, but the enthusiasm and affection behind it, the double heart eyes, made my stomach twist with anxiety. Who was this person, and why did they have such a close relationship with my girlfriend? I'm trying not to jump to conclusions or assume the worst, but with all these red flags waving in my face, I'm genuinely unsure what to think. I'm feeling confused, anxious, and a little betrayed. I don't want to accuse my girlfriend of anything without solid proof, but at the same time, I can't shake off the feeling that something fishy is going on. And to make matters worse, the screenshot is cropped, so I can't even tell if the person texting her is a guy or a girl. I'm seeking genuine advice from people who have been in similar situations. Have I got reason to be worried? Should I confront my girlfriend about these discoveries? Or am I just overreacting and reading too much into everything?